Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome again. This your boy DJ Moda, and I hope you're feeling so great tonight. Right? Okay. So tonight we're gonna be treating a very sensitive topic that says beef and its irrelevance in the music industry. Yeah, we're gonna start by defining what beef means. And beef is a slang word for problem, fight, argument. It's also a word for complaint. Okay? If you have a beef with someone, you have a complaint. Beefing is expressing such feelings. Okay? Rappers often get into beefs, which are fights through rap songs, sending these tracks back and forth to each other. Okay? Beef is often caused by acts of jealousy, anger, pride, selfishness. Rappers or singers or creatives often want to be called the best, so they result in beefing themselves, firstly in public places and finally in the recording studio where they put up their beefs of songs, okay? Just to gain attention, publicity, and exposure. A lot of misguided rappers believe that they get publicity through this art, okay? Look at what the Urban Dictionary defines it as. And it says when rappers aren't good enough releases to have fans, but just want some publicity, they will copy Tupac and Biggie and set up a beef with another rapper. What a funny definition. Okay, so let's quickly touch Biggie and Tupac's beef. Biggie and Tupac are friends before ever the beef, okay? Tupac and Biggie first encountered each other in 1993 in Los Angeles. There on business, the Brooklyn bred rapper Biggie asked a local drug dealer to introduce him to Tupac, who invited Biggie and his party to his house. There he shared with them a big freezer bag of the greenest vegetables I've ever seen, said an intern for Biggie's label, named Dan Smalls, who was part of the group. Tupac got them high and pulled out a green army bag filled with handguns and machine guns, okay? So now, here we are, in this backyard, running around with guns, first playing. Continued Dan Smalls on the fader. Luckily, they were all unloaded. While we were running around, Pac walks into the kitchen and starts cooking for us. We were drinking and smoking, and all of a sudden, Pac was like, "Yo, come get it." And we go into the kitchen, and he had sticks and french fries, and we just sitting there eating and drinking and laughing. And you know, that's truly where Big and Pac's friendship started. You know what I'm saying? We all thought he was a dope rapper. Tupac's longtime friend EDI, me, a member of Tupac's affiliated group, The Outlaws, told me Tupac gifted Biggie, I wanted to be seen, a bottle of Hennessy. Biggie slept on Tupac's couch whenever he came back to California, and Tupac was in NYC. He came by Biggie's neighborhood, picking him up in a white limousine and throwing dice with the locals. Despite the garden cameo, Biggie still wasn't much known outside of Brooklyn. Tupac, by then a platinum selling rapper and movie star, acted as a mentor. Biggie and other young rappers assembled in recording studios or hotel rooms to hear Tupac lecture about how to make it on the game. But Tupac devoted special attention to Biggie, grooming him and letting him perform at his concerts. Okay? On November 30, 1994, Tupac arrived stoned to Quad Recording Studios in Times Square. He came with three associates, none of whom were bodyguards, and encountered three other men he didn't know wearing army fatigues. This was fashion from Brooklyn. Biggie son, so Tupac assumed they were with him. But before Tupac's crew could get on the elevator, the men in army fatigues drew 9mm guns and ordered them to the floor. Instead, Tupac reached for his own gun He was shot, beaten, and robbed of his jewelry. He played dead, and the assailants left, at which time he staggered into the elevator and rode it upstairs. Where the doors opened, he saw a group including Puffy, Biggie, and Henchman. Tupac said the crew looked surprised and guilty, and this was the beginning of the beef between Tupac and Biggie. Okay? Former LAPD detective Corey Cadence new book Murder Rap makes the case that PDD put a hit on Tupac and Suge Knight through a Crip and PCB dealer named Dwayne Cavd Davis, and that night who survived the hit retaliated by whacking Biggie. Okay? That's crazy. Okay? Let's take a look at Drake and Pusha T. They have been dissing each other on songs since as far back as 2011. In fact, Pusha T called the shot. Okay? Pusha T calls out Drake for not writing his own bars and using ghostwriters. In my own opinion, who asked you to tell us? Amen? This must be jealousy to me. You understand what I'm saying? No disrespect to the artist and the label, but I don't see why you should be dissing someone's success. You understand what I'm saying? However, they come to whether they wrote their songs or they didn't write their songs. As far as the songs are nice and the artist is doing well, I don't see any reason why you should be beefing. You know, you just want a very cheap publicity. You know? Yikes. Why Drake claimed to be one of the greats, Drake first sent shots at Pusha T in defense of his mentor and close friend Lil Wayne, and that's when things went left, okay? In 2012, Pusha T then dropped a track called Exodus 23 verse 1, where he made it very clear that he was referring to Drake. Man, I don't understand this guy, man. Drake, who is signed to Lil Wayne's label Young Money, which is under Cash Money Records, which is under Republic Records, in the song he rapped, contract all fucked up. I guess that means you're all fucked up. Lil Wayne, who also expressed his dislike of Pusha T in 2012 when he tweeted, "Fuck Pusha T and anybody that love him." You understand what I mean? But seriously, to me, I don't know why Pusha should be all mixed up and all mixed up in Drake's affairs. You understand what I mean? I mean, to me, I feel like Pusha is being jealous of Lil Wayne and Drake's success. I wanna be them. That is why he's trying to get attention, you know, cheap publicity, you know. Dude, go get originality. Sorry for that, man. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj beef, among other things. Cardi B said that she was offered a guest spot on the Little Mix track Women Like Me ahead of Nicki Minaj. Who asked you, man? And also claimed that she stopped Migos, Offset, and 21 Savage from doing a video from Minaj No Flat. Little Mix eventually entered the debate. Nicki Minaj liked a negative comment about Cardi B. On the since deleted freestyle reported on March 28 last year, one user replied, "Dump as bears." You understand what I'm saying? Nicki reportedly liked this comment. Alright? 2 months later, Nicki Minaj appeared on London on the tracks No Flags. That's the track that Cardi said that he told his man, you know, what I'm saying, not to feature, you understand what I'm saying, Nicki Minaj. Very funny. You know, Nicki Minaj appeared on London on the tracks No Flags with Cardi B's husband Offset and fellow Migos member 21 Savage. You know what I'm saying? Fans speculated that one verse in particular was pointed towards Cardi. Lil Bitch, I heard these labels trying to make another me. You understand what I'm saying? She raps everything you get a new hole is cause of me. So looking closely to this scenario, what you see is competition. Okay? who is greater than who and which is completely rubbish. You know what I'm saying? I sincerely believe that every creative have his or her part. And when you find yourself, you wouldn't bother about another's part. In fact, you shall be consumed with your part that you wouldn't have time for another person's part. Okay? I read a tweet from Ice-T recently that says most of the problems you having are from people you've helped. This tweet got me reasoning deeply, and it's true. You understand what I'm saying? But the scripture contradicted it. The scripture says, keep on doing good, for ye shall have reward if you faint not. Okay? Well, but when you look at the scenarios that presented those beefs, you see Tupac helping Biggie up and being rewarded wickedly for it. Alright? Beef has nothing to offer to people. Okay? Their greed for fame, power, money, selfishness got them into beef and thus resulted in deaths and unfulfillment of destinies. Okay? You know, some say rappers are dying and the younger ones are misguided to join the norm of the so-called beefing. Alright? Someone asked me, have I ever beefed? No, I've never beefed. I have always expressed myself. You understand? But people have always said, put what is wrong with you inside. He said that complaints is bad. I don't complain. I express myself. You understand what I'm saying? You know, this thing, especially in the kingdom, Christendom has spoiled a lot of things, a lot of life, you know. What I'm trying to say is that you can be anything you want to be. You understand what I'm saying? Don't let anybody talk you out of it. God owns this world. You understand what I'm saying? And as a believer, you have the right to be anything you want to be in this world. The world belongs to God. You understand what I mean? We are the number ones in this industry, in any industry that we find ourselves. And when they say that you don't have to complain, yeah, you don't have to complain, but you have to express yourself. You understand what I mean? First of all, I told someone some other time in an interview, in a conference, that you're gonna go find yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Go and find yourself. You understand what I'm saying? And the person got mad. Man, you're gonna go find yourself unless you just be playing another person's part. You understand what I'm saying? You be entering into beef that you're not supposed to enter into. Let's take for example, someone once told me that wanted to discourage me from what I'm doing, you know, going higher, going to the United States of America, going to the New York, you know. I have to cut the person off. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? Because at this point in my life, I don't entertain negativity in any form. You understand what I'm saying? Because I know that my part and another person's part is not the same. I'm consumed by my part. I love what Jacqueline Jacks, one of the models that I brand, what she said. She said that she's too consumed in her own pet that she has no time for another person's part. You understand? When you found yourself, you be in your part. You understand what I mean? You don't have any time to beef with anybody. You express yourself. You just let it. You just leave it there. You understand what I'm saying? You're not beefing anybody for anything, because your part will always present you with what to do. Will always consume you, just like mine is consuming me now. You understand? I'm not in beef with anybody. I express myself. If you're beefing me, you're wasting your time, because I'll use that inspiration to make money, just like I did with my song, with some of my songs. I'm using the thing to make mega money. You understand what I'm saying? So I just want to encourage rising artists and even established artists, stop beef, get consumed in your self-realization of yourself, and keep shining. Okay? Thank you so much. Love you all. Thank you.